Hey Barbara, I have a question. What do you think about me and hats? Yeah, I know I'm not really a hat guy. I don't wear them often. But sometimes I just don't feel like combing my hair. And I don't have any hair gel right now. So I thought maybe I'd wear a hat today. Yeah. Let's go see what kind of hats I can find. Cool. Thanks for your advice, Barbara. You're the best. I don't think I'm ever gonna find the right hat to wear today. It's hopeless. I guess I'll just have to stick with my hair. Wait a second. Who was that famous fashion designer who designed her own hats? Coco Chanel. I wonder if there's a good book about her.
Little People, Big Dreams. Coco Chanel. Written by Isabel Sanchez Vergara. Illustrated by Ana Albero. This is the story of a French girl called Gabrielle. When she was little, Gabrielle lived in an orphanage. The nuns thought Gabrielle was very strange. She was different, and they didn't like it. To be irreplaceable, one must always be different. To be irreplaceable, one must always be different, Gabrielle wrote on the blackboard. Gabrielle was different. While the other girls played, she liked to sew with a needle and thread. When Gabrielle grew up, she sewed by day and sang by night. The people watching called her Coco. When Coco finally went to bed, she dreamt in shapes and patterns. She wanted to make so many things. One day, Coco made a hat for her friend. Simple and elegant, it was different to the usual style. Coco made more and more hats, until she had enough to open a hat shop. Her modern designs surprised the mademoiselles in Paris. One evening at a party, Coco saw that the other ladies weren't dancing. Their corsets were too tight, and they could hardly breathe. So, Coco created a brand new style, simple and straight. Her dresses and skirts would be comfortable to wear. At her first fashion show, some people sneered. Coco's clothes were too strange and different for them. But, as time went on, Coco showed them that to be stylish, you don't need to wear corsets or sparkly sequins. And being different might make other people think differently too. That's why everyone now remembers the young Gabrielle as the great designer Coco Chanel.
What an awesome story. Now, after learning about the famous French fashion designer Coco Chanel, I think I'm ready to make my own hat. The perfect hat that I'm going to wear outside with pride. So, where to start?
Well, I have these hats here because I did like certain things about these hats. I really like the shape of this fedora style hat, and I love the brim of the hat, how it's curled up in the back and straight in the front. Maybe I can do something like that with my hat. I love this trucker hat because it's super comfortable and I really like the color. It's a nice kind of mustard yellow color. And then this green hat, it's actually my wife's, but I really liked how it fit around my head perfectly, almost like it was meant perfectly for my head, like a crown or something like that. So I'm going to gather things around my house and see maybe if I can turn them into a hat. So I'm looking for fabric, paper, cardboard, maybe even feathers, maybe some rope, anything that I can find that might be able to turn into a hat. Alright, so I've gone around my whole apartment and I've collected stuff that I think will be perfect for a hat. I have rope, I have all sorts of different types of cardboard, I have a netted bag that used to hold mandarins, leaves, feathers, ribbon, I have some yellow fabric, I have blue sweatshirt-like fabric, and then over here I have stuff that's going to hold everything together and cut everything up. So a stapler, some white glue, tape if I need it, a glue stick, and some scissors. And I even have a bunch of rope here if I need to tie anything. Okay, this is going to be fun. So when you first start making your hat, the one thing that you really do need is a foundation. You need something that goes around your head that you could then build up and off from. So I did have this mandarin net bag, and believe it or not, this bag kind of fits perfectly on top of my head. So I could then use this to then build things up and off from. But if you don't have something that already fits perfectly around your head, then you could use some cardboard. This is from a Raisin Bran box, and I cut a long strip, and because my head is pretty big, it doesn't quite fit all the way around. So I'm going to cut another strip that is about the same width, and then I'm going to use my stapler and staple those two pieces together so it's a really long one. Now this one does fit around my head, and you could probably get somebody to kind of hold it there for you so that when you take it off, then you could go back, and while it is still in a circle, you can wear it like this. And now I will build up and out from this base. Good luck. Call it the Breakfast Crown of Champions. It is perfect. Right, Bob? It's pretty good. Yeah, I think so. Bob, don't eat my hat, please. Bob, seriously, don't eat my hat. Oh. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. It might not be a hat that's winning any fashion contests. Maybe Coco Chanel might not think it's so chic, but I did have a really fun time making it. Just remember, don't use any materials that you don't have permission to take, and please, as always, clean up after yourselves. So I would love, love, love to see the hats that you make. And for me, I think it's time to eat some breakfast.